Cars, planes, boats and bikes. The Crew 2 is shaping up to be an insane game. Probably the biggest open world racer we've ever had. But instead of the Crew 2 coming out in early 2018 like we were told at E3 this year, the dev team at Ivory Tower have decided to push the game back quite significantly. Today, Ivory Tower put out a statement reading the following: in order to truly stand by our promise, we have made the difficult decision to delay the release date to between April and September of 2018. While we're excited to share the joys of Motor Nation with you as soon as possible, we don't want to do so before the game is ready. This new window will allow us to deliver the experience that fulfills both our fans and our own quality expectations. Now, this may come as a disappointment to some fans, but in my eyes, this is a really good thing, because there's nothing worse than when a game is released unpolished, unfinished and just rushed. This to me is an opportunity for the Crew 2 to get the love and compassion it needs to be put out at a very, very good standard. We have to remember that the Crew 2 is a huge game. If you remember the Crew 1, that game was put out, in my opinion, slightly unpolished. And if I was to guess, it's just because of the colossal size of the map and the things that are actually in the map. Now, when the first expansion for the Crew came out, called the Crew Wild Run, I was very, very impressed with what they did with it. They really rehauled the game. In fact, it felt like a complete rehaul of the whole game, because it basically was. Not just the game content itself, but the graphics on top of it. The game was made for last gen, so it really was behind in terms of the way it looked and felt, but they definitely put it back on track with that expansion. Now, that expansion again was huge, it was massive, and I can imagine that that means the next game, which is a Crew 2, is going to be even bigger. It's the same map, which is the US, but I do imagine that it's going to be a lot more dense. There's going to be a lot more things in the map, and there's just going to be a lot more to do. Not to mention the addition of boats and planes. There is quite a lot to add, and I imagine that it's going to take a lot of time. So for me, this whole delay thing isn't a problem. I could go on for hours about why I think this delay is good, but I'm just going to leave you with this. I want you to think about any time a game has been released and you've thought it's unfinished, or it feels bland, or it feels like it's missing something because it hasn't gotten the right development time. Now I want you to think about if that was to happen to the Crew 2. It would be upsetting, it would be sad. But because Ivory Tower is being allowed to do this, they're being given more time to do more, I feel like the Crew 2 will be a very solid game. And in such a dark time in the gaming industry where things seem to be very dark and dreary, it's very nice to see a series that I root for given some sort of love, and I really do hope to see the Crew 2 flourish and become something insane. Before I end this video, I really want to thank people that are watching my videos and that have been around recently. There has been a giant influx in viewers and it is very appreciated. If you're new here, thank you. If you're old, thanks for staying with me. Hopefully the content will roll out at a faster rate very soon. I know I've been saying this for months now, but hopefully we are coming to a point where I can kind of put a bit more time into this. So do hold on and things will get better. And make sure you always leave your thoughts and things like that in the comments, because I will look at them and take them in and reply if I can. So huge thanks to anybody and everybody who watches this channel. I hope you enjoyed this little discussion video. Thank you for watching.